back. Smoking Cigars with Howlinblind, Muddy Slim, Part 2. So, by doing what I've just said, you can run for office. The president is only 4 years. There's no second term. And what the president does, he deals with basically his main job right now is patching up relations with other countries. There is no income tax, of course, because the IRS and the Federal Reserve has been shut down. So what the main thing is that the president does is to try to patch up all these ill feelings that these other countries have against us because of all the shit that we've done to them in the past. Make it a whole lot easier for this world to get along. And we don't need a one world government. We need every country to have their own sovereignty, but to everybody to communicate and talk and get along, and in that. We don't. Not one man should govern the entire world. That's crazy, because we have so many different types of cultural backgrounds that we all come from. I mean, just think if the president had the ability to tell the American people, you know, here's what I like for supper, and these are the only things that you're allowed to cook in your house. So the people in the South couldn't make their Southern meals, and the Italian Americans couldn't make Italian meals, and the German Americans couldn't make German meals. You know, everybody has their own culture that they've grown up with, and that's a great thing. Diversity is a great thing. And we can all get along. We all get along in this country like that. What makes people not get along is the lust for money and power. And it's not just the criminals, even though anybody who lusts for money and power are criminals. Whether they're the guy who pries open your window at night to sneak in your house, or the guy with the swipe of the pen in Washington, D.C. who takes everything you have. The lust for money and power. That's the crime. Now, so the American people here have decided no more credit, because credit is a bad thing. The freecreditreport.com, where you have to secretly enroll into something advantage. Yeah, you get your free credit report, big fucking deal. I know my credit's bad, so I don't need to sign up for that and get to freecreditreport.com, and then sign into something called Triple Advantage, where they're going to take $30-something out of my bank account every month, and they don't give you a phone number to cancel. It's time for this to start. If we want this done by December 21st, 2012, we got to get going now, folks. We got to stop the greed. We got to stop the corporate greed. We got to stop the television ads from tricking us into giving them our money. The money's just paper, folks. It's just a means to get items that we need to live. We need to bring jobs back in this country. We need to put high tariffs on items coming into this country. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If it's an American company, but they have products that they have made in some foreign factory. You know, I was talking about the other day, I was working harder than a Korean boy in a Nike factory. They pay these kids dirt poor wages to make these tennis shoes that they're going to charge our kids $200 a pair to wear. That's fucking ridiculous. I'm going to tell you, don't do it, folks. If you know these items were made in sweatshops and slave shops, don't buy those products. We need to get American companies making shoes, clothes, TVs, VCRs, whatever the hell we need in this country. We got to get that going back again. Not so many people out of work is pathetic. We got to get America working again. We got to get America prospering again. And if America is working and prospering again, we take our minds off war. We don't need to be over fighting somebody to steal their resources. We've got resources in our own country. This country has the greatest abundance of resources in the world. We need to start utilizing that. We need to start thinking about the American people. Pat Buchanan said it best when he said, America first. I like Pat Buchanan, and a lot of people think he was cold and cruel, but he says, let's take care of our country first. Then if there's anything left over, we'll worry about everybody else. There's no such thing as overpopulation, folks. Just over-greed, overzealous, or whatever you want to call it. If we want December 21st, 2012 to be a disaster, it will be a disaster. But if we want December 21st, 2012 to be our day of to rejoice, we got to get up off our butts, and we got to make it happen, folks. Do not put your faith in a politician or a group of people. You have the resources to do it. Join with your friends and neighbors, and let's make December 21st, 2012 the new 4th of July. It's been smoking Cigars with Howlinblind, Muddy Slim, August 1st, 2010, smoking my Romeo and Julieta. William Shakespeare said. Romeo and Juliet edition especial 2010. Pre-embargo, of course. Bellicoso. I believe it was I believe it's Maduro wrapper. It's a dark wrapper. I used to think that Cohiba was the only ones doing the Maduros out of Cuba. But Romeo and Juliet are too. And I've looked on some sites, and there's some really, really dark Hoyde Monterreys. Hoyde Monterreys. No, H. Upmans, that's the one. There's a cabinet of H. Upman Robustos that are out there that... boy, howdy, I wish they were pre-embargo. I'd sure have some of those smoking, too. And if I can find some pre-embargo ones, I'll get them. But anyway, thanks again, Bobby. Hope you're watching this video and enjoying life down there in the Bahamas. Smoking Cigars with Howlinblind, Muddy Slim. Glad to be back. I'll try not to be a stranger. You try not to be a stranger. Silver Eagle. Make a video. See you later.